So we back with another video. Today we got y'all. Today we got y'all boys with the best Rebirth builds in NBA 2K24. This is gonna have every single best version of every single type of build you can make in the game. Whether it be a dunk build, whether you want to be a guard, whether you want to be a big, whether you want to be a lock. And you got multiple different guards, you got multiple different bigs. Now, with that being said, I have dropped videos for a lot of different things on this game, but I do plan on giving y'all a lot more in the future. So if you guys do want more videos like this, make sure to like the video. Hopefully you subscribe if you're new. Without further ado, no more talking. Let's hop into it. Let's start this joint off right. It's gonna be multiple like variations of certain builds, but for the most part it's gonna be like 10 builds. And yeah, let's come in here and show you guys what comes in at last place, but you can really give your own order, to be honest, because they all pretty solid. So the first one is a stretch build. So we're gonna be power forward, 6'10", 210, 6'11". So when it comes to this build, this is what it's gonna have. You're gonna have the ability to get contact dunks on a stretch build, a 93 mid-range. If you played this game, you know how OP mid-range is. At 85 3 ball, so you can be able to have that limitless range. You have 80 free throw to be able to play 5v5. And you have the 80 pass accuracy. Now you could just lower this to a 77 and be fine, but I had 80 to get the Jokic pass style, and then I have a 75 ball handle to be able to unlock those certain dribble moves. You have a 70 speed ball. I think that allows you that pro dribble style. But either way, yeah, I have 70 speed ball to have that as high as possible because we know how important that is on this game. 72 interior defense to be able to play hands up defense, and also to have anchor. And then you have 83 perimeter defense just to get that as high as possible so we can play a little bit better on ball defense. We have a 72 steal so we can be able to play passing lanes, get some pokes. Then you have an 87 block so you can be able to have anchor, chase down artists, pogo stick, and then you have a 77 defensive rebound. Now, if you want to go about it a different way and have like higher offensive rebound and defensive rebound, you can do that. But it is a stretch, so you're gonna be on the 3-point line a little bit more. So I just didn't find myself to do so on this particular build. But yeah, the speed is like the one thing I feel like I wish I could have got a little bit more of, but only a 72 speed. You got 70 acceleration. You could lower this though, and then end up like there, and then be able to get this. It's up to you on how you want to do this, because you're not getting badges like fast feet regardless. But yeah, 84 strength, so you can be able to have bulldozer, you get brick wall, physical handles, and stuff like that. Now the reason why you don't get physical handles Hall of Fame is because of the fact that you only have a 75 ball handle. So that's just what that is. But then you have immovable force or silver. So say for instance you're a stretch and you don't really care about bulldozer, I was didn't just go like 82, but then you wouldn't get box out B silver. So it's really on you how you really want to do that and stuff like that. But I think you would need, you can still go just 82 because you don't need a rebound to do so to get that gold for why you have 84. So if you don't care about bulldozer, I would just go 82. But yeah, 80 vertical so you can be able to have like chase down artists, get the dunk packages, and just have vertical for your blocking ability and your rebounding ability. Then you have 99 stamina. Now, last thing I'll probably put up, you can go here, or you can just go like I had it originally. And that's pretty much what you can do. And now that's pretty much the build come out to. Now when it comes out to the build name, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a 3-level score. It gives you really good similitudes. You get the man, the myth himself, Kevin Durant. Don't really even need to say nobody else, to be honest. When you get KD, you kind of know what you did, right? This is kind of like my KD build, and it's the 3-level threat. All right, next is gonna be the small guards. Now I'm gonna have two versions of this. One is gonna be like your best bang for your buck small guard, but it's gonna be a little bit on the shorter side. And then we have one like this. Well, I'm gonna show you guys. So 6'3", 170. And 6'6". So when it comes to making this build, I just said forget acceleration because we know how they kind of did it. Now, say for instance, these are Rebirth builds. You are making these builds to have these for the rest of the year. You don't want to take that risk. They may patch it. I got some other builds you can make later on in the video that I feel are just better. So you can just stay tuned for that. But yeah, you got 92 speed, so you can be able to have Hall of Fame speed booster, Hall of Fame hyperdrive. Now, badges that you don't really get to get when you don't go high acceleration, you don't get like Hall of Fame triple strike, but you still get that gold. You don't get like a high blow by, but you do get that silver, and that's pretty much all the ones that really matter too much, to be honest. Vert, I put this up, but you really could lower this to like right here and still be fine. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. 75 layup, you could lower this too, because I originally had this higher. But yeah, it's not gonna really do anything. So when you lower that, you're gonna be able to put some else. We're gonna put that up later. But you have a 75 layup So you can have all these badges, at least gold, silver, bronze, pretty much that simple. 96 3 ball, they did buff limitless range, but it's not like to where it was when the game originally started. I guess 2K just wanted to have some difficulty in shooting, but I will say, in terms of like shooting ability on these higher rating, I do feel a significant difference in terms of like shooting on a higher rating 3 ball now than it at like the past couple weeks before they just did that patch. But 81 mid range, that's gonna be pretty solid. 90 free throw for 5v5. You could raise this even more because we did do that, but we're gonna keep it at 90 for now. 87 pass accuracy. If you could get this 2 more, I would do so, to be honest with you. That's gonna allow you to have gold diamond, which is gonna be nice to have, but you do also, alongside all that, have 95 ball handle, so you can be able to have Steve Francis and all those other drill moves, and a 91 speed ball with a 92 speed. That's gonna allow you to have Hall of Fame speed booster, which is so very, very overpowered on this game. So yeah, and then you have, and now when it comes to this is really depending on how you want to do it. Do you want to go for 60 steal and be able to have like a lane ability, or do you want to have 75 perimeter defense so you can be able to play a little bit on ball defense? I personally would rather have this, me personally. So I rather have the perimeter defense where I can play on ball defense, and the lane's gonna be inconsistent anyway. So I would just be able to have my own ball defense where you can be able to have badges like this, off ball pass. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Now, one thing I don't know about when it comes to putting this last part up is close shot floater. I don't think it is this year. I think it is driving layup. So yeah, I think I would probably just go like this, and then just the back end, maybe just get a little bit up on my interior defense, I guess. But yeah, that don't really matter too much at all, honestly. But yeah, you get perimeter defense, don't get that much steal for the most part. That's pretty much the build. Similar to shades of, I think that's gonna say Steve Nash. Yeah, Steve Nash, Trae Young, and Stephen Curry. I wonder why they don't give you the Phoenix Suns Steve Nash, but that just is what it is. Playmaking, perimeter creator. All right, so right here, this is gonna be like the best bang for your buck. Small guard build. If 5'9" too short for you, just go ahead, skip past this build. But this is best bang for your buck build in the game right now. 5'9", 165, 6 foot. When it comes to making this build, you're gonna pretty much have all that you just had on the build. But now, if you want to have it acceleration, you can do that. And you're gonna be able to play passing lanes on this build because you have 60. Now it's gonna be inconsistent, which is why I had the 75 perimeter defense. This is just a different vantage point for the people that want to do that. So say for instance, you're a person that really care about acceleration. Now you have an ability to do so. So yeah, you have your Hall of Fame speed booster. You have your Hall of Fame. Well, you don't have your Hall of Fame hyperdrive, but you do have your Hall of Fame triple strike. You do have your gold blow by. So it's like your best bang of everything in terms of like speed booster ability. So you have triple strike, speed booster, blow bys, hyperdrive. You have all that. You know what I'm saying? So say for instance, you don't feel like you're gonna get a lot of steals with this build, just go the same way you did on the last one. It's not tough. It's not difficult. You know what I'm saying? That's just really what it is. Now you could also just get this up. But yeah, 78, I don't think it's really a point of going 78 because ankle braces is not like the most important badge. If you feel like you need 94 feet, you can do that. I would just go like this. And then now you can be able to put up this to 87 so you can get bailout. Then you can be able to put this up. Maybe you want to go here to get floater. Maybe you want to then go here. It's really on you how you want to go about it. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. It's pretty much the exact same build, but shorter. But now you can do it the acceleration way. So for the people that want to do it acceleration instead of speed, you don't really trust that the speed gonna be able to stick. This is gonna be the best version that you can do it, where you can be able to still have that gold limitless range and all the other badges that come with it, and then still be able to have that 87 pass accuracy, still be able to have that Hall of Fame speed booster, still be able to have all this other stuff, and still be able to have a decent free throw, still be able to have even higher layup. And that's pretty much just what it is. All right, next is gonna be like pretty much the best big man build, or my updated big man build, back end build. It's like really more of a, I've learned is a better name for the way I make my big man builds because they be on the smaller side. I will be dropping a best big man build video that will have a lot taller builds than this. I've made a lot of different ones, whether they be 7'1", all that different type of stuff. So just stay tuned to that. I've not gotten to the stretch bigs. I've not gotten into the big man, but just know this is the updated big man build of what I made. So yeah, 6'8". 233, 7'6", and I've been in the lab, and I told y'all I've studied every single height and what's the point of having every single thing. So when it comes to the best bang for your buck heights for every single attribute, I already know that in the game. I already broke all that, and I already discussed that in the point guard builds that I did earlier in the year. But yeah, let's hop into it. No more talk. So when it comes to this build, Yeah, the 78-3. Now, one thing I will say, I've seen a lot of people start going towards a 63 ball and say that's all you really need and have a higher mid-range. I'm gonna be honest. On my lock build, I honestly tried to do that, but I'm like, bro, I don't even really shoot mid-ranges like that. But I'm thinking I may eventually like start shooting mid-ranges, because getting a bucket is just like, when you play certain teams, you're gonna really need ability to get a bucket easy as possible, and that mid-range is really easy this year. So I can see people start doing that, have a high mid-range to get your jump shot, and then have like a 63 ball, because apparently that's all you need to be able to shoot consistently from the 3 ball. So I don't know, I think that's really for the skilled people. I don't think I can recommend everybody do that. So for this one, I have a 78 until I know for a fact that's easy for everybody. Then I'll probably even be able to showcase a build like that, and it's gonna be probably easier to do something like that, because 3 ball is just way more expensive than mid-range on this game. But yeah, 78 3 ball to be able to have all this other stuff, and pretty much just to be able to get my jump shot. That's all I really need. Then you have a 63 mid-range, an 88 free throw for 5v5. You have an 84 driving up. Now, the reason why I went 84 driving up, one, you get the contact alley-oops, which are so very important, but also you get the LeBron James dunk package. Now, I could have went 86. I could have easily went 86, but I don't think that's too important for me to go 86 on a big man build. I mean, posterizer silver is nice, but when I would rather be able to have everything else I have on the build. I would have to lower stuff here and there. Probably wouldn't be able to have this high of a free throw. Probably wouldn't be able to have as high of stuff I have on the defense and stuff. So I just kind of rather have it like that. 73 standing dunk, so you can be able to have fast twitch and rise up. Pretty much just what I ended up coming out to be. And then when it comes to the pass accuracy, I don't have the 77 anymore. I have 75. Just to be able to have break starter. So yeah, and all you really need is like this a bonus, to be honest, on a big, and I think you'll be fine for pass style. And then I have much higher speed than I originally had. I think originally I had like a 75 speed. I have that now max, because that's kind of, apparently that's how you move laterally. I don't know if 2K is going to change that or not, but for right now that's what it is. And yeah, so I have a 75 printed defense. I think that's what I had originally, or I had an 85. It was one or the other, but yeah. So I can be able to have all these badges, at least bronze clamp, so I can get some bump. But yeah, bumps on this game are really inconsistent unless you're trying to get an immovable enforcer bump, in my opinion, sometimes. 78 interior defense, so I can be able to have this as high as possible, but also so I can have 77 interior defense, but I have gold anchor, have 95 steel. Now 95 steel, before the patch, if you do use right stick ripper, I personally don't. If you do use right stick ripper, even for your passing lanes, 96 is kind of like the meta. But I go 95, and I was able to save with that because I don't really use right stick ripper. So yeah, with the 95, I'm gonna have a Hall of Fame interceptor, and I'm telling y'all the lanes you get with a Hall of Fame interceptor are so crazy, it's insane. But yeah, 92 block, you get not Hall of Fame, but gold chase down, gold anchor, gold pogo. Now this is the one thing I kind of did want. I wanted to have Hall of Fame chase down, but it was just too tough to have that and everything else I have on this build. Then I have 70 offensive rebounds, just so I can have the ability to get rebounds, but also so I can be able to have badges like post playmaker whenever I do get offensive rebounds. Then I have a 93 defensive rebound to be able to have Hall of Fame box out beats and gold rebound chaser. Then I have the max speed. I have a 70 acceleration, so I can be able to have fast feet, at least bronze. That's going to be really important for whenever I do get switched on. This is more of a back end build. Back ends is more for like playing the pick and roll and stuff like that. And then you have a 90 strength, so you can have brick wall, gold, movable enforcer. Then I have an 80 vertical. Now in this build, I really more so just went towards having whatever the minimum requirements to be able to have certain badges and stuff like that. And it's been working fine for me. I do find myself on my inside getting better animations with lower rebound, lower block with a higher vert. So I do still believe that vertical does matter, very important towards your blocking ability, towards your rebounding ability, even towards your dunking ability. But it was just too tough to be able to have this any higher and still have everything else I have on the build. Then you have a 98 stamina, just to be able to have that as high as possible, but you could lower this, to be honest, and you kind of will be kind of straight, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest, because it is a big man build. It's not too important to have the craziest stamina. You're not dribbling like crazy. You really only mainly need it for defense and when you're getting back on defense and getting up the court on offense, to be honest with you. One thing I will say though, when it comes to making big man builds, if you are a person that finds yourself having to go up a lot in the paint, I would more so have close shot, because close shot is kind of important this year when it comes to going against smaller guards, which is something I'm gonna go over in the big man build video I'm gonna do for y'all. But for my playstyle and for this build's playstyle, you're really only gonna be going up for dunks on pick and rolls, so really lobs, and you just got that driving dunk up so you can do to have whenever you do cut, you get a really high frequency of getting a standing dunk on your cuts, so that you don't do those layups. It's just kind of really what it is. But yeah, there's an inside out threat. People gonna really not understand what this build is just off that name when you are on it. That's another thing that I really found cool about it. I don't know why it comes out as this, but yeah, that's just what it is. All right, next is the 6'5 builds. Now, when it comes to the 6'5 builds, I think that these have the potential to be the best builds in the game. Once everybody gets around to getting like the Michael Jordan dribble style, once everybody gets around to like getting more used to shooting, I've seen some clips of like even comp players struggling since this patch dropped. So I don't know what's going on with some people. Maybe because it's comp, I don't know. Yeah, that's just really what it is. But yeah, 6'5", 181, 6'7". So this is gonna be one of those shooting builds. So you're gonna have that layup, standing dunk combination. Now people are like, why do you have standing dunk instead of driving dunk? Because on this game, I'm gonna be honest, driving dunk is extremely expensive. Extremely. And when I can have a 73 and still be able to have highs up, I can be able to have fast twitch, and then I can also stay at that 73 layup, I'm gonna do that. It's just easier to do so. Now, when it comes to playing 5v5, I also do have a 99 layup free throw. Free throw on this game, in my opinion, is not auto. So I put this up to make it as auto as possible. Now, you could lower this. You could try to lower this to try to get you some more pass accuracy. But look how long it takes. You have to have like an 82. And that's still gonna be pretty solid. But now you're gonna have bailout, so maybe you wanna do that. That's just not what I did. You know what I'm saying? I only really need the 86, so if I did want to use LeBron or one of the pass styles, I think 86 and below is all you need to have the best pass styles in my opinion. Now, if you want your pass to be a little bit more connective and stuff like that, then yeah, then you want to start going higher. But yeah, we're going to get into that in another video when I go over the pass styles. But yeah, that's just what I did. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really raise anything else but offensive rebounds. So it's really what you want to go with on this build. But yeah, the 96 3 ball, the 93 ball handle, so you can be able to have like all these badges like killer combos. You get ankle breaker, but if you go 92, you get like gold speed booster, gold unpluckable, very important badges. Then you have the 89 speed ball. Now we now know when it comes to dribbling ability, like for the people that really don't do, like when you're just consistently dribbling, it's really more important to have the speed of ball than acceleration. But I did go more so towards acceleration in terms of making this build, because I just wanted to be able to have gold speed booster and gold hyperdrive, which is I do have, and then I wanted to be able to have the gold blow-bys, the gold speed booster, and the Hall of Fame's triple strike. Is what I do have. So like I said, bro, when it comes to making that 6'3 build that I showed you guys earlier, I think that this is just that build but better. You just don't have that Hall of Fame speed booster. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that Hall of Fame hyperdrive either, but you still have it gold, and you have Hall of Fame triple strike, and you have gold blow-bys. So it's really on how you really much how you rather. But also you're taller, you have longer wingspan, and you have an 80 perimeter defense. And I don't know why, but even on my 20 with a 25 still, I've gotten lanes on this build. So it is possible, but obviously it's harder to do so with not as high of a steal. So yeah, but yeah, 80 speed perimeter defense, so you can be able to have gold off-ball pets, which is so very important in my opinion if you're not gonna have steal. And then you have pretty much all this other stuff is just based off that. And then I already went over these two. You have a 45 strength to be able to have clamps. Then you have a 60 vertical. You can lower this, but I have that, so I'm gonna have rise up. And then you have a 98 stamina. That's pretty much what it is. Either you can go here and go 99, or you can go 98 and go 99. It's really on you. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal regardless, you know what I'm saying, for this particular build. So I just went 99 free throw so I can have Hall of Fame free points. Now when it comes to this build, I'm gonna show you guys an alternative for people that want to make a little bit more bilingual of a 6'5", but that's really more so like a PG 5v5 for surely, if you guys do want to do that. But yeah, it comes out as a 3-point shot hunter. So when it comes to making the 6'5", I showed this in my big guard builds. I'm gonna give you two options. So either you can make the one with acceleration, one without. So 6'5", 175, 7'1". So this is gonna be more of like a, this is kind of how I would make my 6'6s, but this is 6'5". So you're gonna have the 87 driving dunk, so we really get contact dunks, but you also gonna have all the other stuff that come along with that when it comes to posterizer and all these other badges. You have an 88 3 ball, so you can be able to have limitless range, but also have a badge like open looks, gold, and then you have a 74 free throw just to be able to make free throws. Then you have an 82 pass accuracy. Say for instance you don't really need that, you go like 77. I probably would go more so here. You can go more so perimeter defense. You can go wherever you want, to be honest. It really don't matter too much. But yeah, this is like the no acceleration version of it, so it's really on you how you want to go about that. Then you have the 93 ball handle, then you have the 89 speed ball, but this one, instead of having 80, you have 85 perimeter defense. So now you do have the ability to have silver clamps and all these other badges, silver and gold, and so that just makes you a much better on ball defender. And you have an 86 speed, which is again very good to be on ball defense. And then you have the acceleration, which is at 75, so you only have silver blow bys, you have gold triple strike, and you have a silver fast feet with 50 strength to be able to have that silver clamps, 75 vertical to be able to have the contact dunks, and to be able to have posterizer silver, and then you have a 99 stamina. Now, when it comes to the alternate version, this is the same thing: 6'5", 175, 7'1". When it comes to this version, you're gonna pretty much have the speed acceleration combination that we had on the prior one where it was 96 3 ball. But look, you're gonna still be at that dunk. You're still gonna be able to have that 3 ball. You even have a little bit more free throw. Now, you don't have as much of a free throw pass accuracy as it was at 82. I think if you're not getting 83 to be able to have like needle threader, or not 83, but 84 to have needle threader silver, you can just keep it 77, to be honest with you. I would just do it based off the needle threader until you can go for a bailout, then you can go for dimer. So that's just kind of how I think of a pass style accuracy, because the pass styles, the difference between Jokic and Sabonis ain't that big of a deal to me. So yeah, I don't think it's that necessary. Then you can go like way higher in your free throw. That's more so what I would do. If you don't care as much about free throw, you like a park player, then maybe you go perimeter defense. Again, this is really more so based off what you would do for your build. But yeah, when you go 82, that does allow you to have other badges like silver challenger, which is really important. Then you have 84 speed, 87 acceleration. So now you have gold speed booster, gold hyperdrive, while still having triple strike Hall of Fame, gold speed booster, just like we had originally. Then you have the 45, so you could have the bronze clamps. Then you have the 75 to really have the contact dunks. So yeah, pretty solid build all around in my opinion. But yeah, what else do I have to put up? I have to put up this. So that's just really what it is. And the build comes out as 72 shades of Lakers? Austin Reeves, yeah. 6'5", you get Austin Reeves a lot actually, but yeah. Jalen Green, Kevin Martin. The build comes out as a floor spacing slasher. Now, if you remember last year, I had a build that was 6'9" and I had 99 dunk. That was honestly one of the most unguardable builds I seen all last year. I could do everything on it. Only thing is, last year I didn't care about having midi. This year I kind of care about having midi because, like, bro, when you play with the inside, when you have a dunk build, like if somebody's just sitting in the rim the whole game going for meter dunks, it's just not good. So I had to remake this. Now I had an original build that was like this, but I had to remake it. So this is 6'8", 191, 7'5". Now when it comes to this build, you have a 97 dunk. Now, when I originally made that at 84, so I can be able to have Ant or Jimmy Butler, but now I'm just going with the 80, so I can be able to have Pro Touch, and I'm just going to use Jimmy Butler. But yeah, I have a 97 driving dunk on the build with a 42 standing dunk. Now, if I lower that, I lower this driving dunk. That's why that is what it is. Now, that's why when it came to my last build, I remade it and just was like, bro, I don't need all that. It's because I had this build, because it's like, why? But yeah, 86 mid-range, 75 3-ball, 90 free throw. Now, 86 mid-range, that's not as high as my OG 8, but like I'm telling y'all, I don't. That's just to get certain badges shooting wise. That's just to help. Like I get open looks on this build. Like I originally made it, I had 78 3-ball and I was green bean. I have a 78. I have an 86 mid-range now for when I do play 5v5 or anything like that, and I have an inside and they just trolling me. Now, another thing that I have to do, just like the OG 6'7", I have to go 81 ball handle. That just is what I had to do to be able to have everything else I have on here. Then you have 77 speed ball, 79 pass accuracy. Originally, when I first made that, I had 75 perimeter defense. I was playing perfectly fine defense. I had an 85 still originally, but I have an 81. And then I have max speed again because that is, for some reason, linked to your lateral quickness. 2K said they was going to fix that. I don't know if they supposedly did or not. But yeah, 75 acceleration, 73 strength, 86 vertical, 99 stamina. Now, this is my dunk build. This is gonna probably be the highest dunk, bro. I'm telling y'all. When it comes to going for 99 driving dunk, it is so bad. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Bro, I feel like 99 driving dunk is even harder to get on this game than 99 3-ball, 99 steal. Like if you try to go for anything 99, I feel like driving dunk may be the hardest one to do. Like I really don't understand why it's so bad. Like it's so bad. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. All right, next is the 6'6". Now, I'm not going to show you multiple. I've shown you multiple in terms of the big guard. I've shown you version in terms of like the PGs. This is going to be like just for the Rebirth. So 6'6", 180, 6'10". When it comes to this build, you'll be able to have everything I want. Now, one thing I want to get into real quick in terms of steal. The reason why I don't like having steal on my builds when it comes to being guards, I find myself being able to wall up in terms of like playing paint defense. In terms of like on backdoor cuts, if you can play the backdoor really well, they won't be able to get that dunk off. If they get that dunk off, it's not really much you can do. You're probably better off trying to play passing lane. But whenever you play passing lane, it's a free point every time. I'm gonna be real. It seems like a free point every time, majority of the time, because it just, I don't know. Whenever you mess up the passing lane with the passing lanes on this game, especially if you're not gonna have a really, really high steal, like 85 plus, I would say, I find it being like a little bit more difficult to like be able to play that back door. So I find myself having better consistency playing the back door with off ball pass and be able to play on ball defense, so people can't really target you either when you have that printed defense as well. So now people can't shoot over you because you got silver challenger as well. Then you have an ability to block as well on this build. So say for instance somebody does catch it, they get a good animation. Now you can actually go for the block and be able to get an animation. Maybe you take them out the dunk, maybe you block the dunk, maybe you get them to do a layup now instead of dunk. So it's a lot of more things that can happen whenever you do so with this build now when you do it like that. I just feel like the margin for error when you don't go for steals, it's just a lot. You got a bigger margin for error when you just play the back door. Maybe they get a good animation. Now you can go for a block. I just feel like the combination of printed defense and block is just better from my experience when I'm playing on my 6'6". But if you're doing 6'7" and 6'8", I for sure go for steal, which is what y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see that. But yeah, just stay tuned. But yeah, 87 dunk, that's gonna allow you to have pretty much all these badges. 88 3 ball, pretty much the same thing as the 6'5". The thing is here, we're not going 89 speed ball because we're not caring about the Michael Jordan dribble style. It's fine regardless. The best dribble style I would say with this will probably be, I'll go with, I probably already went over that actually at the point of this video, so I would say pro. But 93 ball handle, 89 pass accuracy allows you to have gold dimer. You have a little bit more defense because you do have that block ability. So that's kind of what's giving me the edge. But like I said, I could see the 6'5" making a big jump if Michael Jordan is just like that and more people get accustomed to using those 6'5" builds. But yeah, 86 speed, 83 acceleration. So this is kind of more so the speed route, but I had a little bit more acceleration than I did so on my 6'5", because on the 6'5" you do have that speed of ball. You can take that hit on speed of ball and get a little bit more acceleration, so you can still be able to have gold blow-bys, still be able to have gold triple strike. So yeah, just really what it was. And then you have 45 strength to be able to have clamps, and then you have 75 vertical to be able to go alongside that drive and dunk, and then you have a 99 stamina just to add that, to be honest. Now if you wanted to do this, you can't, because it will raise the mid-range. So I'm chatting with that one. So yeah, let's just keep it moving. I do have a 31 and a 37, what's it called, respectfully. So if you want to lower this all the way, you could. You can go like this, and now you can be able to do this. But do you think it's worth it having 96 stamina? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'd rather have the 99 and the 98. You know what I'm saying? It's not that significant of a difference where I'm like, yeah, I need to do that. But yeah, that's the build. 72 shades of, let's see it. Houston Rockets, Portland Trail Blazers, Kenny Smith, Malcolm Brogdon, and De'Aaron Fox. I wonder why Houston Rockets logo wasn't gold right there, but it is what it is. Comes out as an inside-out playmaker. One of the best names in 2K history, in my opinion. All right, so let's hop into it. So when it comes to lock build, now we got the lock builds. We only got 3 more types of build left. So we got this lock build. Let's hop into it. So I got two versions to show y'all. This is the one, I got one that I originally made that was kind of like a blend of a lock and a back end. And this one, this is pretty much just a lock build. So 6'7", 233, 7'4". So when it comes to making this build, you have 84 driving up to be able to have, like I said, when it came to making a big man. As long as you have the contact dunks, as long as you have the LeBron, I think you're gonna be fine. I originally made it where you had mid-range, but I'd rather have it like this and be able to have everything else. So that's just really what it is. 78 3 ball, 88 free throw to play 5v5 and make free throws, 75 pass accuracy, and pretty much everything else was carried over from that. 72 interior defense, so you can be able to have anchor. Now, if you feel like you do need post lockdown, at least bronze, then you go 74. Which is really what it is. yeah, you really only need a 69 off of the rebound. I only really need this for the post playmaker whenever I do get rebounds. But yeah, that's just really what it is. 94 printed defense, so you can be able to have all these other badges like Hall of Fame. But yeah, 93 would get you clamps gold. That was really the most important thing. But I didn't win 94 to be able to get like Hall of Fame challenger and stuff like that. Now 95 steal again, so I can be able to have the passing lane, interceptor. It's just simple as that. As long as you have a 95 is just stupid with the passing lane steals in my opinion. It's like a huge boost. And then 87 block, you have chase down artist, anchor, pogo stick, 85 speed. This is apparently tied in with lateral quickness. So yeah, so speed as high as possible in this build. 77, so you can be able to have fast feet. Then you have gold mover enforcer, one of the rare builds that have gold mover enforcer and gold fast feet. Then you have an 80 vertical to go alongside chase down artists and still be able to get you better block animations, better rebound animations, and so on and so on. Then you have the 99 stamina to have 94 feet Hall of Fame and workhorse Hall of Fame. So yeah, that's pretty much the build. Let's see what the 72 shades of. Y'all already know what the name comes out as. It's gonna be a hybrid defender, but let's see it. Jimmy Butler, Jared Wallace, and Jason Tatum. Now, like I said, I did have an alternate version. If you seen my lock build originally, this was that, but I feel like the 6'7" is a little bit better because you do get a little bit more. But yeah, 6'8", 233, 7'2". So when it comes to making this one, I had a little bit more 3-ball, I had a little bit more dunk. So with the higher dunk, I had silver posterizer. So if you feel like you want posterizer, there you go. You can lower this, but I had this to 40 so you can be able to have, what's it called, because it's gonna be 83 vertical. I don't even remember why I had 83 vertical. I think I just had this as high as possible, honestly. I think I really just had it as high as I could get it. And when you lower that, yeah, when you lower that, it just takes everything else down. So yeah, I had the vertical as high as possible so I can be able to have the rebound, better rebound animation, better block animation, and to just have a better dunk frequency. And then I just went 40 stand, you know. So yeah, that's really what I did there. So I just had to make sure I had that reasoning completely true. But 82 3-ball, just had it as high as possible. That's what I did. But you don't have max wingspan, so that's really on you, how you really feel about that. Then you have an 80 free throw to play 5v5, 77 pass accuracy, so you can have needle threaders bronze. So if you feel like you do need that needle threader bronze, that's nice to have instead of 75. 42 ball handle based off this, 31 speed ball based off the speed, 82 interior defense, so you can be able to have post lockdown. Like I said, this is like a mixture of a lock and a back end build. So I did have post lockdown on this one. Had a 93 printed defense with a 91 steal. So if you feel like you don't need a 95 steal on your build for whatever reason, so you don't have like that Hall of Fame interceptor, here you go. If you feel like you don't need that 94 printed defense for whatever reason, here you go. You have an 87 block as well, so that allows you to have gold, chase down, silver, anchor, silver pogo. You have 80 offensive rebound, and you have an 87 defensive rebound. So yeah, obviously a little bit better rebounding, or not. Well, yeah, I think it is better. I had an 85 and a 71, so yeah, it is better, respectfully. But yeah, you're a little bit slower. Don't have that gold fast feet. You still have gold moving force. You still have gold brick wall. You still have gold box out beast. You know what I'm saying? A little bit higher vert. So it really depends on what your preference is. Do you rather that higher rebounding? Do you rather that higher interior defense? Do you rather that higher 3-ball? Do you rather that higher driving? No. Do you rather that higher pass accuracy? Or do you just rather have a solid 3-ball, a solid driving dunk, a solid pass accuracy with a little bit higher defensive stats, with a little bit lower rebound and interior defense? It's really on you how you really rather that one. But yeah, again, like I said, for the big man, I'm seeing a lot of people making a lot higher mid-range builds and having like so they can get their jump shot, but also be really OP in the mid-range, because mid-range is really easy this year. And all you need this year, apparently, to spot up is like a 63 ball. But I don't really see how people gonna fade threes with a 63 ball. I can fade threes with a 78 and 82 3-ball really easily. So fading middies is cool, and they probably be a little bit more auto than fading threes. But I don't know, having the ability to fade threes and still have the ability to shoot middies is nice. I think the best balance is like if you go for like a 72 mid-range. I think that's the best balance, because then you can still be able to hit middies consistently, in my opinion, and fade middies consistently with a 72. So that's one thing I kind of tried to test out on the 6'7", but I just didn't end up doing that. So yeah, that's pretty much the build though. Similar to Shades of, I'm gonna let you guys see the name. It's a really, really weird name. I guess you can say it's like a catfish name, but not at the same time, because it does still say two-way. But Al Horford, Jaren Jackson, Dave Dubichier, two-way inside-out threat. All right, so next let's hop into the 6'8". Now I got the little versatile lot that I showed you guys multiple times, and I got another version or another build for y'all boys. Now I would have the third build, but I'm gonna say that for the last, or the best for last in terms of like the overall builds, because I feel like it's just made better at that height. So yeah, but I did have a 6'8" version of that had a little bit higher strength, just a little bit lower other things. So yeah, but yeah, for that versatile lot, let's hop into it. 6'8", 188, 7'6". I've shown you guys since like day one this build. This build is amazing. You have the LeBron James dunk package. You have the 7'3" ball, so you can shoot threes. You have a 71 free throw to be played 5v5, 75 pass accuracy, so you can make passes and get passed down. You get 85 ball handle to get dribble moves. You get 75 speed of ball to have the dribble styles. You have a 72 interior defense. I have anchor, 93 perimeter defense to be played, get clamps. Now, like I said, you would have to lower this probably, so then you can be able to get this up. But that's all you really need to do. You can lower this now, and then make sure that this is up. But yeah, then you still have a 60. But yeah, you have a 91 steal. You have an 87 block. That allows you to have chase down artists. You have a 91 steal. You have glove, interceptor, right stick ripper for the people that do love that badge. 60 and a 48 respective rebound. Not too crazy, but you are going to be able to get some rebounds on it. It's not really a lock build. It's a versatile lock build. It's a build that can play lock, but you can also be an ISO lock with it. That's really what I call it, more so ISO lock. And then I'll probably go up on my free throw more than anything. And then you have the 81 speed, you have the 77 acceleration, so you do have fast feet. You do have silver speed booster with it, silver hyperdrive. You do have silver blow bys. You do have silver triple strike with it. Now, if you did want to have that gold, you would have to go up here. So yeah, then you have an 80 vertical to be able to have gold chase down artist, gold area wizard, and stuff like that. And then you have a 99 stamina. So yeah, that's just really what it is. One thing I'd say, if I was making it, I probably went that 78 3 ball, so I can have my jump shot, but it is what it is. All in all, it's a really fantastic build, and the build comes out as, let's see the 72 shades of for this build. 72 shades of, I'm pretty sure it's gonna say Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy Butler, Jerry Wallace, and Andrew Wiggins. I didn't even expect that one. Andrew Wiggins, and the build comes out as a hybrid defender. So people gonna think you really just a lot, but you actually can go crazy. All right, man. If y'all can't tell when I'm recording this, my throat hurt. I'm sick. But hey, let's just hop into it. No wasted time. So right here, when it comes to this build, you're gonna be 6'8", 208, 7'3". This is gonna be like the updated version of the KD build. I took some stuff off, I put some stuff on, and this is like the perfect balance for me. Now I'm gonna give this probably a dedicated build video where I give y'all some gameplay, give y'all some animations, but let's just get into it real quick. All right, so I've been into it when it comes to the 6'8", 208, 7'3". I'm struggling, but I'm gonna try to get this out. Now, when it comes to this build, you're gonna have a little bit lower dunk. On the first one, I had a 94. This one, you have a 93. On the first one, I had a 77 layup. I actually remade it at one point, and it was with a much higher layup, but that's gonna be its own build that I'm gonna go over. Now, when it comes to this, you have a 93 instead of a 94. A little bit lower layup, but I found myself not really doing any layups, so that wasn't really important to have. But I do have post control. Now, post control gives it another added dimension that makes it really tough to guard. Now, if you ever went against this build, or if you made this build, you understand that this is probably the most broken. I ain't gonna lie, like, I have yet to see anybody be able to stop this build. This build is so, like, it's so crazy when it comes to the mid-range, the 3 ball. Like, the shots I shoot is insane. Like, if you ever see some crazy shots I shoot in the clips in the intro, that's all with my 6'8" KD, I guess, quote-unquote build. But yeah, 89 mid-range is higher than I originally had. I had an 88, but the thing that's lower, I had an 81 3, now I have an 80. I feel like it's okay just as long as I'm in that 80 plus threshold, I'm gonna be chilling. But with the 89, I actually do get more badges. If I with 89 instead of 88, I get gold blinders. So that's really tough for me. But yeah, I have 95 free throw. Then I have a 79 pass accuracy. That's higher than I had originally. That's so I can get the De'Aaron Fox. 85, 77. Then right here, I have an 83 instead of an 85, but still 85. And then because I have an 83 instead of an 85, I only have a 38 offensive rebound. But yeah, 81, 75. Now another difference is going to be I have an 82 strength. With 82 strength, I now am able to have silver and movable enforcer. So that really does stack on top of everything to make it even better. With an 80 vertical, so that I can be able to have the posterizer instead of an 82. If you remember, originally I had 82 with a 94. I don't go for that content dunk package anymore, so now I just have the pros, but I'm still gonna be chilling, you know what I'm saying? As long as I'm chilling and I have the pros and I have the gold posterizer with the gold, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be straight, I promise you. And then I have a 93 stamina. One thing I probably could do is go 90 and then raise this up and that's a 98, but it's really here or there, what you rather. Like, I'm still gonna make mine with that regardless, so it doesn't really matter too much, and that's pretty much the build. All right, next, the 6.7s. Now, in my opinion, the 6.7s, I said, I don't know, when the game first came out, I was saying, like, I don't really even know what's the point of making 6.7s, because they're literally just 6.8s and 6.6 combined into one, but the 6.6 is better at doing one thing, and the 6.8 are better at doing other things. But there's things that 6.7s are better at doing both at, because they're literally like the best of both worlds. I was saying that at the start of the game. I said this the day one, and I don't know what was making me just not even give it a chance. But after I gave it a chance, I found some crazy builds. So 6'7", 219, 7'4". So when it came to having the versatile lot build, this is the build but better. So now you have a much higher ball handle, which allows you to have like the Kemba Walker escape, the Kobe Bryant dribble moves, while still having this 78 3 ball, while still having the 87 dunk. Now you don't have the perimeter defense, you don't have the steal, but you do have a high interior defense, you do have the high block, and you still have the ability to rebound with the 81 speed, with the 75 acceleration, with the 84 strength. Now on the other one, you only have like a 45. So say for instance, I only went for 45. I probably could have still had a lot higher steal, could have had a lot higher perimeter defense, but having that 84 allows you to have badges like bulldozer, physical handles, box out beast, which are so very important to have, especially when you're talking about badges like the Mover Enforcer, which is one of the best badges in the entire game. Then you have an 80 vertical to go alongside badges like Posterizer, Area Wizard, Pogo Stick, but mainly Chase Down Artist. But also it makes you get better rebound and block animations with a 99 stamina. So yeah, that's the first build. That's like my main build at this point in time of the game, to be honest with you. 72 Shades of. If you've seen the No Money Spent build, it's a better name. It adds 2 in front of it, but for this version, it is called the Floor Spacing Slasher. Yeah, I had to make sure. But yeah, OG Ananobi, Bradley Beal, Doug Christie. I don't know why Bradley Beal's on here, but I guess that's a shade of. I don't know though. But yeah. Now, say for instance, you want to have that build, but a little bit better offensively. So let's hop into it. So I had this build, but it was a 6'8", and I had more strength. But this one is just better in my opinion. So 6'7", 206, 6'11". So when it comes to making this build, you have the 85 3 ball, which allows you to have limitless range. And with limitless range being buffed again, I do feel like it is a use to have it now. I still think it's a little tough for like the lower skilled people, but I think it definitely is a possibility to be able to shoot from range. Now, where I had it originally, it was 6'8" with like 6'10" wingspan, and I had an 86, so I could have silver Agent 3s. Now that's a really tough build too. But the thing that really set it apart from this one is I had a 92 strength. I still had the 85 printed defense. I still had the 85 steal. I still had the 78 block. But the thing is, I didn't have the 88 ball handle, which is a pretty big deal. But I did have an 89 driving dunk. I had an 89 driving dunk and a 78 vert. So I had a little bit higher dunking ability. So if you want to go like that, you can. I just rather this one because I have that 88 ball handle, which allows you to have a little bit more dribbling ability in terms of animations. But if you feel like that's not that necessary, then go with the 6'8". The 6'8 has a little bit more ability when it comes to the dunking, the higher strength, where you get gold bulldozer, and you still have pretty much the same defense and a little bit higher 3 ball. So all in all, I'm really just doing this so I can have better dribble moves. It's just really that simple. And I have a higher speed ball and I have a higher pass accuracy, but really mainly for the dribble moves. But yeah, 85 printed defensive people have all these badges. Pretty much the same as the last one, except now I don't have that 87. So yeah, if I wanted to be able to have the anchor, I would have to have like a 61, but it wasn't that important for me to have that on this build. But yeah, if I was to do that, I probably have to go here. I'm not trying to do that. And then go here. And now I have silver anchor. So yeah, then I will have to go here. I still have 32. So maybe that is, 41, 32 is not that significant of a difference. So maybe if you want to have anchor, yeah, you can do so like that. Because anchor does boost your ability to get like chase downs and stuff like that. It boosts your blocking ability pretty much. But yeah, 81 speed to have silver, speed booster, and everything else. I've went over so many of this stuff so many times. You probably done got caught on to it by now. But yeah, 88 ball handle was really just to be able to get the Kobe dribble moves. 90 free throw to be able to have the 5v5 ability to make free throws and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. 72 Shades of is the last build on the list. Lonzo Ball, Tyrese Halliburton, and Derek Harper. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't seen him too much. And yeah, that's the floor spacing slasher. Let me show you guys. So 6'7", 194, 7'4". Now I got two different versions of this build, so I want y'all to see that. So now let's hop into it. So when it comes to the build, you're gonna be 6'7", 194, 7'4". Now for the first one, you have a 93 dunk. The big differences is gonna be the 93 dunk and the 81 ball handle. So this one only has 81 ball handle. 81 ball handle is instead of, now this is the only reason I made it at 6'7" or 6'8" instead of 6'9", because if you make it at 6'9", you can't have the silver speed booster, and from my experience of playing on it, it is significantly slower. Now another thing, if you see my OG one, I had way higher perimeter defense. But if I'm gonna have this mid-range, if I'm gonna have this 93 dunk, it's just tougher to have perimeter defense at an 83 or an 85 while still having everything else you have on here. Now, one way you could do it is if you lower your strength, which I have it up so I can be able to have a movable enforcer, which is like the better clamps, and then you have stuff like physical handles. But if you don't care about that stuff, by all means, lower that. Now, let's look at everything that we have on it. So we have perimeter defense so we can get bumps. But I'm gonna be honest, going up from 75, it's not that big a deal to me because, like I said, clamps is not crazy to me. Now, steel, we have 85, so we can have silver glove, silver interceptor, silver. And then we have gold chase down artist because we have 87 block. Now, one thing I'll say, in hindsight, I only have a bronze anchor. If you want to be able to have silver, you can go 72 interior. I have bronze anchor. That's just what I do. So that's something you could tweak. I just didn't really care to do so. It wasn't that significant. I'm not going to be playing like interior defense with this build. It's just going to be mainly for the chase down. And at least I have bronze, so I wasn't really tripping on it. Everything I have on here, if I lowered anything, it would be just too tough. The only thing I probably could even lower would be this. And then I would have to go there. And that's just, nah, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? This would be the best I could do it. And this way, it would be like this. But yeah, I would only have an 83, and I'm not doing nothing at 83, so that's kind of my reasoning for that. And then I have 85. Now, 75, you get all these at least bronze. 73, you get all these bronze, and then you get this one gold. But 75, so you have a 75 acceleration, really just to get triple strike. Everything else I already was gonna have. 77 speed of ball to have the triple strike and all the like this speed of ball, dribble style. You know what I'm saying? 81 ball handle. That's all I need. Some people may need the 85. Some people may need the 87, which I'm gonna have an alternative. That's why we have an alternative, and I have a 79 because that's what I need for my pass style, and I do use De'Aaron Fox pass style. Now, 78 3 ball. You see me time and time again say this. I only need a 78 3 ball for my jump shot. I'm gonna go over that in this video. And then I have a 72 mid range, so I can really hit the midi. I have silver, midi magician, and all these other badges, silver or bronze. That's just kind of what it is. But for the most part, I'm gonna be real with you. For the most part, I just need a 78 3 ball, and I just wanted some midi so I can play with multiple people. And I have a 93 dunk. Now, the reason why I don't have no layup on this one is because, again, like it's not too important for me layup wise because I'm gonna be going for dunks. That's just really what it is. All right, now for the alternative. It's gonna be pretty much the exact same thing, but I'm gonna show you guys the one little small little tweak. 6'7", 194, 7'4". Now, when it comes to this alternative, instead of a 93 driving dunk, so you can have gold posterizer, which is kind of important. You like if you play with the build, you'll understand. Going from 87 to 90 to 93, it may only be 3, but it actually does make a pretty significant difference. I will say that. I will say that time and time again. But I'm gonna also have I'm gonna show you guys that I have a 97, and I'm telling y'all it's a significant difference. It's just a significant difference. But yeah, 90, so you should be able to have gold precision dunker. I now don't even try to go anywhere under 90 because having gold precision dunker is too much of a difference for me. If I'm gonna get an auto dunk with the precision dunker and how easy it is, I'm gonna need that 90 every single time, and that's what I do. So yeah, we still have the 72, the 78. We now only have an 80 instead of a 91, but then you have a 79. But now a big difference right here is gonna be the 87. Now, why do we go 87 here? To get all these badges, at least gold or silver, but mainly so we can get killer combos, and you get certain dribble moves as well. But killer combo silver over bronze is a pretty big steep. I'm not gonna lie, gold is really good, but silver is much better than bronze. It just is what it is. Now 77 again, 67 again. Like I said, you're going to have to tweak something here or there to be able to get this up, but I'm not tripping on it too much. For me, that's you. Now right here, 83 instead of a 75. Now why did I go 83? Now you're gonna get badges like 94 feet, ankle braces, challenger, workhorse, but the main badges I really did it was for fast feet and challenger. I ain't gonna lie, I really only did it for these two badges, honestly. Fast feet, getting it to silver is gonna be pretty nice to have, and then you have the steel at an 85 again, 87 block again. I guess I can lower this. Oh no, that was risen because of that, but yeah. And then you have the 81 speed, 75, 73. Everything pretty much else is the same. Only thing that's different is like the stamina. You got that to 93, so that you can get 80 free throw. With 80 free, you usually get the silver. Now I will say, when it comes to both of these builds though, they are much better. Well, not much better. They're gonna be slightly better if you don't have free throw and you're not playing 5v5. But I'm gonna play 5v5. I'm gonna play 3s. I'm gonna play 2s. I'm gonna play 1s. I'm gonna play everywhere with this build. That's what it is. It's an ISO lock build. I can play anything. I can be the lock. I can be the, well, not so much a lock anymore because I don't have the 85 penalty defense, but like, you know what I'm saying, I can be disguised lock because I have such a high steal with such a high block, and then I can still score. Like, you know what I'm saying, like I can be like the last best defender on the 3s court easily and still hold my ground, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's the 267s. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys do want more videos like this, we doing this all, I'm not gonna say season, but we're gonna do this the whole month, pretty much all the way up to Christmas, giving y'all codes. So hopefully if you watched the whole video or even skipped around, you probably did find the code. If you did find the code, please just let me know. That's all I ask. But we're gonna be doing this the whole month. It's gonna be codes given away in the videos. I probably will have to drop a video tomorrow, or I'll just take a day off tomorrow. But yeah, trust me, videos will be coming. Members do see it first, all that good stuff. But if you guys do want more, make sure you like the video. There is a build that I wanted to put in this video that I just have to hold off because I never uploaded it. But everything that I've uploaded was in this video already. So any build that you've seen in this video, I have uploaded a dedicated build video for it where I go over the animations and all that type of stuff. So if you guys do want more, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Without further ado, your boy Fitz. I'm out to be man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!